the Doppler effect equation allows us to calculate the observed frequency when we know what the speed of sound in air is, as well as the speed of the source or the observer, as well as the emitted frequency. And as you can see, this equation is different in that it gives us options because there's a plus and a minus both in the numerator and the denominator of this equation. This refers to whether it is the source or the listener that is moving. So there are two examples that we're going to do to illustrate this. The first one is an example of an ambulance that is traveling towards a stationary observer at 30 meters per second while emitting a frequency of 10,000 hertz. So immediately we can see that the observer or the listener is going to be stationary, so we can say our observed frequency is going to be equal to the speed of sound in air, which is usually given around 330 meters per second. And obviously the observer's velocity or the listener's velocity in this case is 0, so we can leave that out. And we are now left with 330 and then plus or minus the velocity of the source, which we have been told is 30 meters per second. Now, the only complicated part here is to determine whether or not this is a plus or minus. I prefer to use the logical method here, where we say that since this ambulance is moving towards the observer, we expect those waves to bunch up, and therefore they should observe a higher frequency. And in order for this to come out as a higher frequency, it would have to be written as a negative, which then allows us to calculate the observed frequency at this listener as the ambulance approaches as 11,000 hertz, 1,000 hertz higher than the emitted frequency. A second example is one where we have a stationary source that is an ice cream truck that is emitting sound waves, and they are traveling towards a person who is running away from this ice cream truck, so it is not a stationary observer anymore, at 10 meters per second. So what this allows us to calculate is the sound heard by that listener, the person that is running away. And here, once more, the speed of sound in air is remaining a constant. The speed of this person as they move away is 10 meters per second. Once again, plus or minus, and as we said in the question, it is a stationary ice cream truck, and therefore a velocity of 330 plus the 0 velocity for that source, and then the emitted frequency of 12,000 hertz. So now once again, logic would tell us that as this person moves away from the ice cream truck, the waves would spread out, and as a result the frequency would decrease, and we would illustrate that frequency decreasing with this being a negative 10 here, which tells us that the observed frequency is then 11,636.36 hertz. Important to note, for the NSC exams, there will only ever be a moving source and a stationary observer, or a moving observer and a stationary source. You will never have two objects in motion at the same time. And then if you find it difficult to understand the logical method, another way of looking at this is that if the objects are moving towards each other, that would be a plus in the numerator or a minus in the denominator. So for objects moving towards each other, it is always plus on top and minus on the bottom. And for objects that are moving away from each other, it would always be a minus on the top and a plus on the bottom. So you do not need to use the logical method. If you can see, as in this example, we have the objects moving towards each other. We can see that it is the source that is moving, therefore we would use a minus at the bottom. For this object over here, we have objects moving away from each other. It is now the listener or observer that is moving, and therefore we would use a minus at the top.